When I hear some Democrats here, they are so ignorant of what is communism, what is socialism. We have passed in our back. We have that experience. That's why we know better that their value or their message doesn't work. It hasn't worked in Albania and should not work, especially in the United States. That's something that anyone who can support a Democrat candidate can see that the values that they, like Maidani in New York, are not values. When it says that we'll open the shop, the groceries, I remember Albanian groceries with the list that you have to take only 250 grams of butter. And I recall that, and I remember that, being in line from 3 o'clock in the morning. The Americans do not have that perspective. That's why we have to tell them, and you have to tell them, that's not the perspective for United States. Okay, I have one of the last questions. If you are elected, and I guarantee that you should be elected, what legacy do you hope to leave to everybody after your first term? And now we are going 4 years in advance.
First term, I want them to say that Robert Lulgjuraj never sold out his faith, his family, his community, stood shoulder to shoulder with the greatest president of my lifetime, President Donald John Trump. I always put America first every single day that I was in the halls of Congress, and always stood up for the American workers and American families and common sense policies, and protect that nuclear family and make sure that we're not scared to talk about God and faith, because that's the bedrock of this country. And I want my legacy to be that I was always someone that's transparent and honest and integrity and character, and always stood up for the right things and always listened. Because I think as a politician, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You should listen more than you speak. And I will always give, even if they disagree with my political viewpoints, I'll always give people in my district an opportunity to speak. And you know what, Raphael? I actually believe in town halls. Okay. I know a lot of politicians strive away from it because they don't want negative feedback. Well, guess what? I will get out there in front of a microphone because I believe the truth is on our side. The truth is on our side, and we got to go out there and communicate to them why we voted the way we did and why we're standing up for. Because I believe that if we lose faith in this country and we lose religion and virtue and morality, then you're not going to have a populace, a good, wholesome character populace. America's going to falter, number one. Number two, capitalism works. Sure, America has its issues, but yes. Why do millions of people leave their country every year to get to our shores? Because we have something in this country. We give people freedom and liberty and capitalism and allow them to practice their faith. And when you enrich humanity like that, then as a society, you flourish. So we're always going to protect that. And I just really appreciate what you said last segment about you grew up in a country where you were given only certain items at the grocery store. You were limited. Well, in America, it's limitless. And you know what socialism leads to? With this gentleman, Mamdani in New York, it leads to communism. And it leads to, instead of having the separation of powers and having local, state, and federal government and an executive branch and a judicial branch and a legislative branch, power accumulates into one person, a king, a queen, or a dictator. And if you look at the history of the world, communism has never ever worked anywhere. Socialism has never ever worked anywhere because they run out of resources, they run out of food, and then they kill the human spirit. And so we're not going to live in a country like you did and my parents and my family and my grandparents did, where you're killed for being religious, where religious leaders are killed, where they come to your farm or your business and they take and harvest all your produce And then the government tells you how much you're going to receive back. And if you speak out, there's no freedom of speech. If you criticize them, then you're killed. And so that's exactly what the Democrats are bringing to this country. And I promise you, I'm going to wake up every day and stand up against it. And we're going to make sure that we have freedom and liberty. And your children, Raphael, even though you may have been limited by the circumstances of your birth, your children are also going to sit in this chair one day and run for the halls of Congress, because we're going to protect the American dream. And that's what I'm a product of. And I'm going to help protect the America First Donald Trump agenda.
Now, the last appeal that you have to your electors. What do you have to tell, not only to the Albanians, but to everyone in District 10, that why they have to vote for Robert Lulgjuraj? I know myself, but I want my audience to know.
Well, I need them to do two things, Raphael. I'm not the son of a billionaire, a millionaire. I don't have any big special interest group behind me. I'm from the grassroots, and I'm a prosecutor. And so I need people to donate, because unfortunately, the halls of Congress are expensive. It's the highest, the Senate and Congress are the highest legislative offices in the entire country, frankly, the world. And so it takes money to get our message out. Where does the money go to? It doesn't go to my pocket. It goes to commercials, it goes to billboards, it goes to signage, it goes to social media. So we can get that message out to the voters so they recognize me, my name, and my face. So we need people to donate, number one. Number two, we need them to vote. Register to vote, show up on August 4th, 2026, and spread the word. The community knows a lot of people. The community does business with a lot of people. The community has a lot of connections. Raphael might know 20 people, might know 10 people, and so we need you to spread that word. So if you donate and you register to vote and you spread the word, Raphael, I think by the grace of God, God's going to bless this campaign, and I think we're going to win this thing. I don't think so. I actually can feel it. I believe that we're going to coalesce the support, and I think God's going to open up this road for us and get us in, because it's way bigger than me. It's so many of us are invested in it. I know you're invested. I know Ghani's invested. I know our religious leaders are invested. We have to win this for us.
And I like your confidence. And you will win. Të dashur teleshikues të televizionit të shqiptarëve të Amerikës, ju dëgjuat pikërisht kandidatin tuaj, unë do të thosha kongresmenin tuaj të ardhshëm, Robert Lulgjuraj, për atë fushatën e tij elektorale, që do të kthej historinë e shqiptarëve në Shtetet e Bashkuara përpara, sepse do të zgjedhin njerëzit e një gjaku, njerëzit që kuptojnë hallet e emigracionit, njerëzit që kuptojnë atë çka shqiptarët si komb kërkojnë të zgjidhin në trojet tona etnike në Ballkan. Robert, I thank you very much for being present in our studios. I wish you all the best. I am sure that you will win. Dhe me urimin fitore për Robertin, unë po e mbyll këtë emision, i cili besoj se ju ka sqaruar të gjithëve ju se cili është Roberti dhe pse ju duhet të zgjidhni atë, sidomos zgjedhësit e distriktit 10. Të tjerët që mund të jenë këtu apo në shtetet tjera, legislazioni e lejon që you can donate. So anybody can donate in order to elect Robert Lulgjuraj as next congressman here in Michigan. I wish you all the best in the name of the Albanian, in the name of our audience, in the name of every American who shares our values. Thank you. Faleminderit. Dashur teleshikues, ne këtu i dham fund emisionit tonë Argument me intervistën tonë të rastit me kandidatin Republikan për Distriktin e 10, Robert Lulgjuraj. Ta shohim sa më shpejt Robertin në Kongres. Miru takofshi.